Greetings, Flesh Wound Horror freaks, and welcome to our Flesh Wound Horror Shudder special. I am Daniel Shine, joined by producer Todd Loya.
What's up?
Going good.
Did I throw you off because I didn't have a smart-ass remark?
Yeah, usually I'm waiting for something horrible, but that's cool. You can be nice once in a blue moon. So yeah. So yeah, guys, we've got multiple Shudder reviews for you guys tonight, including Amusement Park, the long lost George A. Romero film that we're very excited about. We'll have that for you tonight. We've also got Caveat, and we also have SLAXX. So we're really excited about this. Before we get into it, though, I do want to make a special announcement that at the end of this show, for our patrons, we are going to be live with another special show on our Patreon, which is patreon.com/fleshwoundfeatures. Be sure to check that out. If you're a patron, it all starts at $1. It's not too late. It takes about 2 seconds to set that up if you haven't. And yeah, we're also planning a second Patreon show as well down the line, not too far down the line.
And we still have the Jasmine St. Clair one Dan's really excited for.
Oh, yeah, and I wasn't even counting that. Yes.
And that's like 3.5 hours. We're going to have to figure that one out.
Yeah, I was going to say that's going to be like the Snyder cut for our little podcast.
I forgot that one, but okay, we'll see how that goes. It'll be like a 90-minute commentary for a 3-hour game.
Yes, that one is going to be a very special episode. We'll have to invite Mr. Hayden Cornelius back for that and see if he's down.
And you know, who doesn't want to watch Jasmine St. Clair break a world record? So that's as much as I think we could probably say what it is.
Was that a Guinness World Record?
I don't think they had a Guinness World Record for that.
They should.
Well,
you have Guinness records for like longest piece of thread. I mean, come on, that took more work than most things in Guinness.
The longest piece of thread.
I don't know. They make it. I don't know how that works, but
I bet you can have the most bitchy one. She wins that.
She definitely wins that. So yeah, guys, get on the Patreon. It all starts again at $1. So if you want to hang out with us on there, we got a lot coming your way that is, a little too spicy sometimes for YouTube. So yeah, be sure to check that out. Other announcements, Todd, before we get right into the action?
No, not that. Yeah, we got more shows coming soon.
All right, so we'll get right into it then. Oh, what?
Well, I was going to say we're going to have the director of Tabit's Traveling Carnival of Terrors.
Yes.
And I guess, can I announce it now? We're going to have the creators of Christmas Cruelty on later this month. So we're excited for that. That'll be on Saturday the 19th.
Nice. Yes. So check that out, guys. Yeah. All right. Let's get right into the show. Why not? So our first film of our Shudder special tonight is Caveat, a film from writer-director Damian McCarthy, his first feature-length film. And this follows: in an abandoned house on an isolated island, Isaac accepts a job looking after his landlord's niece, Olga. But there's a catch. He must wear a leather harness and chain that restricts his movements to certain rooms in order to protect Olga's extremely frail mental state. Once left alone, Isaac makes horrific discoveries in the house that trigger a deeply buried traumatic memory. All right, so again, first-time filmmaker. His first feature film, I should say, feature-length film. So I'm curious about this one. I didn't know anything about it going in. This was just kind of it's on Shudder, let's watch it kind of deal. One thing that I like about this one is it doesn't really fit into any one horror subgenre. I guess I could pitch it as a kind of a mystery, dark house kind of mystery. It actually reminded me a lot of a film called Possum. I don't know if you ever saw that. It's not quite as disturbing as Possum, but I don't know. I got heavy Possum vibes from this particular film. It doesn't give you a ton of backstory on the characters, and there might be certain things that might feel a bit ambiguous in this one for some people. I didn't mind it. I'll be honest. I really like this movie a lot. I want a prop of the rabbit, the drum playing rabbit that they carry around. It's one of the creepier looking props I've seen in quite a long time. Great cast. Jonathan French is Isaac. I thought was amazing in this, as well as Layla Sykes, who plays Olga. And this just had a very weird, different vibe about it that I really enjoyed. I mean, like, why is this guy agreeing to all these strange little requests? And yeah, it took me on a ride. I've been flooded this year, it seems, with just generic by the numbers cookie cutter Hollywood horror films, and this was different. It's another one. This is going to kind of be like a 50-50. Some people are going to like it, some people are going to hate it. I'm in the like it camp. How about you, Todd?
I'm not.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know what it was about it. I would have rather, if you're talking about people, doing what they're told, I would have rather been watching Compliance, but
Good film.
it is. This one just was a little slow, and I wasn't. I don't know. It just didn't click for me. I don't know what exactly it was. Like, maybe it was just because I'm like, why would you do that? Like, I couldn't get over that part, I think.
Well, I mean, you could explain. I mean, he was destitute. I mean, not to delve too deep, but
Yeah. No.
people do weird shit for money.
No.
Yeah.
Jasmine
St. Clair. Call back. Yeah, I wasn't sure. Like I said, this is one I had no idea whether you'd like it or not. It is different, but goddamn, right now I crave different.
I think if everyone was here tonight, it's just us tonight. But I have a feeling I'd be the lone man out.
You think you would be?
Yeah.
I want to say I got a PM from somebody who didn't like it.
Well, then
not elaborating.
That would have been Kruger, not Pugs, because he didn't get a chance to watch it.
Yeah. I mean, he didn't elaborate, so I don't want to like review it for him, but I don't think he liked it. But yeah, and I thought it was actually very creepy. The scenes in the wall and everything I thought were it brought the tension. I've not to go back to a previous review, but Conjuring 3, I never felt a damn thing, not a bit of tension in that movie. I'm not saying this is like the type of film that's going to scare the hell out of you, but I was pretty engrossed in what was going on. Again, I think particularly the ending, some people are going to maybe want it explained a little bit more than they do. But this is one of those movies after I'm done watching it, I think about it a little bit, which is a good sign. Something like Conjuring 3, there's nothing to think about. It's just, there it is. It's not horrible, but it's just meh. And I appreciated this one. This one made me happy. So I can understand why she would request.
Yeah, there we go. Kruger chimes in. There we go. Now you don't have to put words in his mouth now. Sucked ass. 1.5 out of. Well, you're jumping the rating, but
caveat, sucked ass. 1.5 out of 5. All right, so there you go. There's Kruger's review.
Well, do you want to just throw out your number real quick?
My number?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. So we rate on a scale of 0 to 5 stars, and I am a 4. It's not a class. It's not upper echelon, but goddamn, I love this movie. I really had a good time with it.
I'm a 2. So I think it's just slightly below. I'm well, not too far above Kruger. I it could be a 2.5. I mean, it just didn't work for me, but I don't think it's didn't work.
But I wouldn't call this one. Would you really call it slow? Because I think that implies because there's a bit of action. Even it's not a gore film. But...
Sorry, I'll correct myself. I found myself a little bored. Is that better?
Okay, yeah, I don't want to give the impression that this is like cowboys eating pudding kind of thing. It is. It is lively at times, and I dug it. And it's hard to put this one into a box exactly what it is. I mean, is it a ghost story? Is it? Uh-oh. And Kruger also said, and was boring as fuck.
Well, so. I did do the first. I clicked the second one. Yes, it was slow and was boring as fuck.
So there you go. Diverse opinions as always. So I'm curious to hear from people because I think this will have a lot of extremes either way. Some people are just gonna fucking love it and not. So I do want that rabbit prop though. I thought that was really, really creepy and I want one, but yeah, so I don't know if you're a maker, if you're worked on the film and know of somebody who makes that or whatever, hit me up because I will buy it. All right, any closing thoughts on this one, Todd?
I do not.
All right, we'll move on to our next review, which has been up for a little while and we just hadn't gotten to it. And how do you not get to the Killer Jeans movie? So we had to remedy that. And that is another Shudder original, SLAXX, directed by Elza Kephart. And in this one, a possessed pair of jeans is brought to life to punish the unscrupulous practices of a trendy clothing company. Shipped to the company's flagship store, SLAXX proceeds to wreak carnage on staff locked in overnight to set up the new collection. All right, so it's hard to draw me in just based on an outrageous premise. Because
hold on. The outrageous premise. I just assume this is why you hate to wear pants. So.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Jeans suck. I don't know who is comfortable in jeans.
Everyone.
I would disagree, sir. I'm in Atlanta. I can wear shorts year round. I'm good.
I'm in California, you fucking dumbass.
But yeah, it's more swampy here, though.
That's not winning an argument.
I'm just saying.
So
well, I would be wearing them in California too.
I know. So Dan just said he has swampy balls.
Yes, well, less so if I were in jeans. So there we go. But on the subject of swampy balls, moving on. So just the outrageous premise alone is not enough to get me now. I mean, killer jeans are not as out there as other things. I mean, we had a killer tire in rubber, which I didn't like when I first saw it. Then I kind of appreciated it a little more later. We recently had Killer Sofa, a New Zealand horror flick, I believe. Pretty much everything that Kevin Smith seems to want to do these days. So I don't know. I wasn't like, oh, Killer Jeans, I've got to watch this. But I had a pretty good time with this one. The humor connected for me. I loved the they're making gender inclusive jeans. I thought the
why is that so funny, Dan?
Because it was funny. Because it was timely. The characters were all timely. And also because it is stupid.
Jay the Stingray always also threw it in The Bed That Eats.
Oh yeah, old school Jay. Yeah, Deathbed. That's actually a really good movie.
There we go.
There you go, Jess. No, Jess Graham says, I am comfortable in jeans usually. However, the older I get, shorts or pajama pants are my favorite. I don't wear pajama. I wish I was ballsy enough because I see people like in PJs, pants, go into like Walmart And they look like the happiest fucking people in the world.
When I go see movies like the later ones, it's
Yeah.
almost always a bunch of people in pajamas with blankets.
Yeah, that's awesome. I wish I were confident enough to rock that, but I'm gonna wear shorts. So Todd lectured me the other day about wearing shorts to the fucking movies. Who cares?
No. I lecture you about wearing shorts on a date. That's just yeah.
I don't. That's now you're changing. I didn't say I wear them on a date. If it's 90 degrees and
we've had this conversation before, Dan. Do we really want to have it on here right now? We can have this conversation on Patreon and make it pay for this shit.
All right, we'll pay for it. But yeah, I can. Who cares? She's probably a bitch if she's mad that you wear shorts. So
no one wants to fucking blow a guy in fucking workout shorts that isn't working out. I'm sorry. It's just
I have received oral pleasure while wearing shorts. Well, I mean they come off, but
see if he's at the strip club. I agree, Kruger, that Dan's thinking easy access.
Oh yeah, Commando always at the strip club. Always.
Wait, is this a Patreon show?
So you can imagine what it's going to be like on Patreon.
Oh, Jesus.
$1. All right. So on that note of short BJs. All right. So back to it. This one actually kind of made me smile. I thought the dialogue was really clever. The Bollywood dance number with the jeans, I thought was kind of funny. It doesn't overstay. It's welcome. But the humor connected with me. I thought when they find, not to give anything away, but when they find the first body and it's just in pieces, and the guy tries to blame suicide because of body issues, I thought that was pretty amusing to me. I thought the acting was much better than you might expect for a Killer Jeans movie, and you know what? It also had something to say too. There is a message, as ridiculous as the premise is. It does actually have a message to it. What did you think of SLAXX, Todd? Another one. I really don't have any idea. Did it connect for you or not?
Yeah, I thought it was fun. Out of the weird things that eat, this is probably one of the better ones. Because I did not like Rubber. I haven't went back and revisited it, so I don't know if that's changed. I just thought it was kind of dumb. I think the fact that it's, like you were mentioning, the characters there, you don't hate them all for once. It was just dumb fun. I mean, that's the best way I can put it. It wasn't anything like, I know you were talking about something that's original, but well, now I got to read this one. Dan, go ahead and read this one.
All right, from Ben Grimm, my friend who managed a Pac Sun said it triggered some of her PTSD of working in a clothing store. Interesting. So
I'm guessing other than the killer jeans, it was relatable.
Would I be an asshole to say that I wanted a Kathy Lee Gifford cameo in this?
I didn't even get why, but.
Oh, wow. And you're older than me. You don't, but Google it.
You're not just going to tell us?
Maybe that was obscure. Kathy Lee Gifford was back in the 90s, got some heat for her clothing line or whatever it was that was getting sweatshops and everything. I would have at least had fake Kathy Lee Gifford.
Kruger's a Rubber fan, so. Well, I'm talking about the movie Rubber. I don't know about anything else. No one's a fan of rubbers. They just have to.
No one likes rubbers. It's just a necessity. You don't like it, but you got to. It is what it is.
God damn it, Dan. Be good.
You started it.
I know. I don't know.
But yeah, I actually had a good time. Doesn't overstay its welcome. I mean, it's a Killer Jeans movie. It's not exactly going to blow your mind, but it had a couple fun kills, a lot of people that you really want to see die badly in this one, and it delivers. I mean, it's certainly above Sci-Fi Channel quality, although we do have some Sci-Fi Channel stuff we'll be discussing soon. But
tonight. Well, it's tonight.
Yes, tonight. Yes, on the Patreon. And yeah, I had a good time with it. It doesn't get. I mean, the premise is stupid, but it doesn't get too stupid. It at least tells somewhat of a story. Uh, did it connect for you, Todd? I mean, is this one that you would like pick up the Blu-ray? I assume we'll get one because Shudder, most of
Yeah.
their stuff is pretty good about coming to Blu-ray.
Yeah. Or DVD, depends. They're 50-50. Seems like we've been getting more blue lately, at least the big titles we have been. Yeah, I'd pick it up. Like I said, it's one of the better, like weird object, movies. Although I love The Bed That Eats, but
Yeah, that's better. Yeah, I mean, but that's an older film, but
I don't know where would you rate this one?
all right. So on this one, again, rating it for what it is. Obviously, whether you're even going to entertain a Killer Jeans movie, but I am a 3.5. I liked it quite a bit.
Actually, 100% on par with me. I'm a 3.5 also.
Sweet. All right. So yeah, again, all of these are on Shudder. Before we get into our main event of the evening, I know this one is not like a permanent Shudder film. I can't remember the exact date, but I believe it's available for like a month. So just know that, like, if you want to see it, this one you'll have to get to a little bit faster.
I wasn't aware of that.
Yeah, they make a line on the panel afterwards, which we'll talk a little bit about it. But yeah. So very excited. Obviously, I think it's a safe bet. Most horror fans are, in fact, George Romero fans, and this is a title we always kind of knew about it, but it just presumed lost. I always thought that it was just something that was lost to time and we'd never get to see it. And that is Amusement Park, which was again from director George Romero and recently discovered and restored 46 years after its completion. George Romero's The Amusement Park stars Martin's Lincoln Maisel as an elderly man who finds himself disoriented and increasingly isolated as the pains, tragedies, and humiliations of aging in America are manifested through roller coasters and chaotic crowds. Commissioned by the Lutheran Society, the film is perhaps Romero's wildest and most imaginative films, an allegory about the nightmarish realities of growing older, and an alluring snapshot of the filmmaker's early artistic capacity and style. All right. So obviously, and I already kind of knew this, that this was not a straight horror film. I mean, it was commissioned by the Lutheran Church, so I wasn't exactly expecting Martin or Dawn of the Dead here, and it's not.
Yeah, I was gonna
say. I want a remake with Ben Stiller reprising his Happy Gilmore role. Would that not be awesome?
I was about to say I don't need to see Ben Stiller in anything else ever again, but you sold me when you went with that.
It could have been Jerry Stiller at this point. It would have been funny. But
that would, yeah, it would.
But anyways, so
they'd have to Weekend at Bernie's him, but
well, now, yes, I meant then. But so this, I mean, it's a drama, I guess, more than anything. Like, if you're going into this expecting all-out horror, that is not what this is. It's a drama about a very depressing topic. This is not a happy movie. I guess you could call it like horror adjacent in the sense that
the events, it's horrifying. I mean, the way,
yeah,
but I mean, it's not like, because it's definitely, an issue that's still fucking how many decades later is still the exact same place, if not worse.
Better.
Yeah. But I did feel personally attacked because I'm getting older. Like, God damn it.
I mean, it hits because I mean, most of us will get older, and
Some of us are already getting close. Or damn it.
some are closer than others. I'm still sexy young beast myself, but that doesn't mean I always will be. And yeah, it hits though. It hits on an emotional level. I think it's a great film. I feel bad because I think being on Shudder, you're just going to get a lot of people. Oh, it's not horror. I won't watch it, sort of, or I watch it and then I'll piss on it, sort of deal.
Yeah.
Um,
But I mean, you can totally see the genius filmmaker that he was,
mhm.
and yeah, I think that's. I'm with you on the fact it's on Shudder. People are not gonna like it, because it is such. I mean, honestly, a lot of the stuff like Season of the Witch and There's Always Vanilla, a lot of people just don't like. I believe those are on Shudder too, or they were.
They were not that long ago. I think they
Okay.
might still be. Yeah.
Those, which I really like those films too,
Mhm.
especially There's Always Vanilla. But yeah, I think it's just the non-horror stuff, especially this. I don't know. This is such a serious subject matter. Um, they do call it out on the panel they did after, but like one of my first notes was the Dawn of the Dead library music, because I heard that immediately. I was like, oh shit, I had to note it down because it was, I can't remember the first time I noticed it was when it was in the food scene. So I got excited. Maybe want to watch Dawn of the Dead, sucker, but
Yeah. Well, we got the 4K. Yeah.
I know I've only watched it 3 times each version since I got it. But you know what? Now we need
Wait,
some.
3 each version? Like
No,
3?
one of each. So 3
Oh,
times
okay.
total. Yeah.
All right.
Well,
I was gonna say that's hardcore.
I feel like it's weird. That's one I just like keep wanting to watch lately. I
Mhm.
mean, I've always loved it. It's one of my favorite films. So
Yeah, but this is just more disturbing than your average horror film. I mean, it
yeah,
really
it's
is.
in a different way, but yes, I agree.
You could tweak this. Like I could see A24 taking this basic premise and tweaking it into just a fantastic horror movie, maybe getting a little more
I think it would lose the
macabre.
message.
I think you could still hit it. You could argue, like I'm sure the Lutheran Church like got this and thought, man, this is all like way darker than we wanted, because it really is. This is not a movie that's going to make you feel good, but man, the
Yeah,
acting.
it's depressing, and I had no idea he was in it. So when George Romero shows up in the bumper car scene, I was like super excited.
No, that was cool. That put a smile on my face. I miss Romero. But I mean, the scene like when the mom takes away the book he was reading to the little girl and he breaks down. I was like, God damn, I need to watch something light after this because Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I think this is fantastic, though, dude. I really do. Again, expectations for what it is, but master class of acting. I mean, God, he was good. He was good at Martin, but like, and it's interesting in the panel. He lived to be 103 years old. So I don't know if he was actually 71, which he said he was at the beginning. But it's like, oh wow, he's not been gone too long. I thought that was interesting. They don't have a lot of information on him. It's too bad with a film like this that I mean he probably didn't think much of it. And
2009. I know that they brought up in the panel that his grandkids get to see it now. It's kind of
yeah,
cool.
yeah, that was. And in the panel, there's Suzanne Romero is his wife at the time that he passed, and Daniel Krauss, who finished his last novel. Ben Grimm. I would love to have a recording of the reaction of the Lutheran Church when they first watched this. I would love to see that too, Ben.
Right. I'd love to see the reaction they showed it to the Lutheran Church now.
Did anyone else watch this one yet? Because I'm curious to get thoughts. I hope people will cover it for again what it is, because Romero was a great filmmaker, period. Not just a great horror filmmaker. He was a great filmmaker.
I know Jay the Stingray said he was going to watch it either later tonight or tomorrow. So.
Okay. Yeah. I will throw out like anybody like dealing with the, like an aging person in their life. It might be it is depressing. It's not a happy film, and it's it runs just under an hour, so it's actually not feature length. But
no, it was an industrial film. I know that's where people are kind of like, oh, it's only 55. 55 for industrial films, pretty meaty.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, actually, I always thought that this was like just a short, because I mean, you see it way back on IMDb or wherever I first learned about it, and it's like, oh, okay, well that'll never see the light of day. But we're living in an awesome time where things like this are getting restored.
That age for him, I don't think exactly. They said 103 because he was born in 03 and died in 09. No, that is right. Wait. Yeah, no, that's right. 106.
Born in when?
1903, and he died in 2009. That's 106.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, it's actually older than. You never know. Sometimes they're not entirely accurate, but yeah. Too bad he didn't get to see it. Too bad, because they talk on the panel that George Romero always just viewed this as like, like he never really talked about it. His wife kind of goes over that in the panel, which I believe you can still rewatch the panel.
Yeah, it's on YouTube. I don't know if it's on Shudder, but I know it's on YouTube.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So it's worth checking out. It's a good panel. So well, let's go ahead and rate it. So it's a hard one to rate because, like, how do you judge it? I'm 4 stars. Actually, I'm 4.5 stars. It doesn't get much better for what this is. It really doesn't. Again, this is not something that everybody's going to feel the need to sit down and watch. But I would say if you're a diehard Romero person, you should watch it at least once because it is pretty fantastically made. What do you think, Todd?
Yeah, I agree. I'd say it's a 4. I mean, it's pretty depressing. So be forewarned. And like Dan mentioned, if you have an elderly grandparent, or it's a hard watch.
It is.
And yeah, well, here we go, Dan. We got someone.
Yeah. It definitely had eerie vibes. I mean, it felt like you were living in a nightmare almost. It's very surreal. And I mean, again, there's not ghosts or goblins, although death does kind of show up in the background. So,
and for our audio listeners, that was Ben Grimm saying he liked it. It had eerie vibes.
Yes. So check it out while you can. I don't know, like, if this is going to get like a Blu-ray release, or
I'd imagine it will down the line, but just in case, you never know.
Stack it with some extras. I definitely pick it up. So that's all we have in terms of reviews for you guys. We are going to be live at 10 p.m. Eastern, I believe, if I'm doing my math right.
7 p.m. Pacific time.
All right, and that's on Patreon. Patreon.com/fleshwoundfeatures. It'll only cost you $1, and there's higher tiers if you choose so. We very much appreciate it, guys. And you can hang out with us. We're going to review a few movies, and you got questions for us? By all means, hit us with anything. I will tell you more about my shorts and everything. I don't care. I'm a very open person. We'll do that for you.
Maybe we'll get Dan to model his shorts tonight.
Maybe. It might be a higher tier, but maybe. We'll see.
He'll unleash his inner zombie.
I will unleash the inner zombie. I'm actually really excited to talk about those films tonight. I think you probably are too. So yeah, I don't think we've ever covered them. So
when you remember what spawned this was the Army of the Dead show.
Yes, it was spawned live on air because I said, you know what? I would prefer an Asylum zombie film over Army of the Dead.
And that's when we found out there was Aquarium of the Dead. And then I can't remember who told us in the chat, but that's actually part of the Zombies franchise. So then
I think it might have been you, Ben Grimm, if I'm not.
It might have been.
Yeah.
So if so, thanks for the idea.
There you go. Yeah. Try and tackle some different stuff. So on that note, fleshwoundfeatures.com, where there's links to everything, but also a link to our Teespring store. We should have a shirt announcement fairly soon.
I'm going to guarantee you right now there will be one available on the 19th. Our first. Well, we'll just leave on the 19th, 100%.
On the 19th. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell on YouTube if you haven't. It really makes a difference, guys. Comment as well. Any thoughts, any of your in the comment section, that also helps increase visibility on YouTube. You can get $3 off Horror Pack with the code Haunted Castle, or click the link in the description for that. And we are on Twitch. We have a Discord now, which I promised Kruger, if you're listening still, I'm going to get on. I just haven't gotten to it. I'm slow.
So, in other words, Ben, get all the shit talking you want on Dan out now, because before he gets there.
Everybody loves me. Nobody's going to shit talk me, sir.
There's a thread just about people who want to shit in your hat.
I don't think I really have any haters that are not on the show with me, so I'm good. Like right now.
Are you sure you're saying you only have haters on the show with you? Is that
only on the show with me? That's about it. I don't think I have any like horrible enemies. Maybe Hayden once in a while.
I know a little one thing. I know a little one you have.
Hater?
Oh yeah.
But that listens to the show?
Not anymore.
Oh, well, yeah. I don't think he ever really listened to the show.
I don't know.
Yeah, a little for sure. What else didn't we cover? I might be thinking of somebody different.
You know what? I'm not going to put that on the Screen Cable Channel 11 because it's just going to inflate his ego. But he'll see it anyway. So
please
I'm just going to throw it up.
Cable Channel 11. Subscribe to that channel now, because I know he's got some great stuff coming. I won't. I guess I'll refer to you in gimmick name. But Cable Channel 11 says they love Daniel Shine. Everybody does. So did I pimp everything? Horror Cartel Flesh Wound Radio Facebook group. And we are also Flesh Wound Radio on Twitter. So follow us there too if you haven't already.
And Flesh Wound Features on everything else. Check out the graphic at the end if you. Oh yeah, and we're also on. Did you say Twitch?
We are on the Twitch too.
Well, thank you, Cable Channel 11. So
he's just being nice. He doesn't like.
I know it's all right. I don't need love.
So on that note,
thank you.
Yeah, well, just a little over 20 minutes, and catch us on the Patreon. Flesh Wound Features Patreon. Good night, and I love you too.
Oh.